You cannot come to public space on the day you are inaugurated and say you're removing subsidy without thinking of the knock-on effect. Once you've done that, and you now start thinking about what are we going to do, is it palliative, is this, that's not how to really govern. You cannot come and say you are floating the naira, you're very sure that the naira and the dollar will come onto, equilibrium, market force and black market. This is, come on, man. You opened up by saying the money is now about 900. That's not how much it is in the banks. So the arbitrage you were trying to run away from, you're still stuck in it. You cannot come into public space and begin to give the impression that your business in government is just to make sure that you can tax the people more, you can burden the people more, you can shift the responsibility of government to figure out who are those people that mismanaged our subsidy regime, who are those people that did whatever it is that you're claiming is the reason why we have this problem. You're basically pampering your friends. Bola Tinubu's government has almost become a government that bullies the weak, but gets bullied by the thugs. I mean, come on, Sheung. Where in the world would you expect them to take a young woman just coming up in life? I've Googled that a bit, very passionate about their party. They had about from February to date to make up their mind who they wanted to appoint. And the girl has to come on, the woman or the lady has to come on to the point where she's supposed to go in, and then she's told her name is not there. And you kind of like forget out, what kind of people are this? You didn't know 24 hours before, you didn't know 48 hours before, and these are the same people who seem to be incapable of saying, oh, this particular guy, we can see all of the challenges he has, and we're dropping him. So we see that there are former governors all passed, there are the former senators all passed, and it is the weak in the society that is carrying the short end of the stick. That's who they are. Again, you can't run an economy like Nigeria pretending as if you don't understand that the mass of our people, the majority of our people, are greatly impacted by poverty as it is, and that anything that makes them incapable of even feeding themselves because inflationary trend is going to spike up is a no-no. And then, guess what you have done to yourself to even make us look stupid? You have opened your mouth to say, I'm going to go into Nigeria and I'm going to do something. You are issuing ultimatums you can't keep. Sunday has come and gone. You have made us look like a laughing stock. Some small boys in Nigeria are going to be sitting down there and be laughing at us. Like, hey. Nigeria said they are coming. We're waiting for them. They've not come. They've shut down the estate.
This is not Nigeria. This is an ECOWAS stand.
Listen, man.
Who do you think is the leader of ECOWAS?
Listen, Sheung. Do you know what the United States of America is within its sub-region? Do you know what Germany is and France is within Europe? Do you know what Nigeria is within Africa? Do you know what Nigeria is within West Africa? Okay, we can be nice on other, we can respect sovereignty. We can't be going around to fool ourselves. Our responsibility as a government and as a leader in the sub-region is to be very guarded and very, very measured in our utterances, especially when the entire northern border of our country is with our friends.
So you disagree with the position of ECOWAS being led by President Tinubu on the manner of their approach on the coup situation? What would he have suggested otherwise?
I think anybody who understands anything about statecraft will know that you cannot put the cart before the horse. You cannot put strong arm and strong force and strong threat in front before you start shipping your diplomats there. That's not how these things are done. And it is coming from the background of their I know more than everybody concept in Yoruba land and Lagos State, and now they're coming into a bigger space where they have very little experience and they're not taking the pain to gather the right kind of people and the right kind of thought processes around the table to guide them. Nigeria has never been embarrassed in ECOWAS. Right now, we are about to be embarrassed. And if we then decide that, okay, we want to be brave and we want to brave, I don't want to send troops there, we're just going to go ahead and embarrass ourselves even more. And besides that, can illegitimacy be fighting illegitimacy?
What do you mean by that?
You cannot have a legitimate problem in your country where people are saying they don't even accept your election. People are in court, you have not even come out of it. People are saying you got only barely 8 million votes. People are saying you gaslighted races. People are saying the election is not free, fair, and transparent. The perception is not right. And then you're going to another man's country to tell them, oh, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. Are you afraid of...
Do you know the legal test for election?
That's why we're in court.
Just a moment. That's what I'm saying. Do you know the test is for the judicial process?
Yeah,
we're in that process.
Until we are out of it, you can't wear the medal of legitimacy. Don't you get?
So until that, you don't want the president should just sit in his bedroom and wait until the Supreme Court rules.
No, I've not told him not to form cabinet. I've seen the kind of people he's putting in his cabinet. I laugh at him. A few brilliant faces, but a few excessively recycled characters. If you come in this country and you want to do a paradigm shift, and your paradigm shift includes former governor, come on, man. If your paradigm shift removes the same...
So if you are a former governor, it obliterates your capacity to serve again in your country. Is that the case?
Sheol, come on. There are 200 million people in this country. That particular party, the APC, has been in charge for the past 8 years. Whatever mess they are trying to clean now, their party caused it, their government caused it. You can't come in front of us and start telling us or giving us the impression that the same of same are now the ones that are going to get us out of this mess.
So you're not impressed with the formation, the kind of team that the president is putting together?
You know, I have looked at the people he's putting together. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with the fact that, if I be honest with you, both of us are Yoruba men, that it's beginning to seem that our people they're going to get the best of the cherries. And if you want me to tell you what, I can tell you the things we've gotten already and the things that are likely to get.
What are those?
Come on, man. We're in charge of customs. We're in charge of police. We're in charge of army. We're in charge of CBN. We're in charge of IRS. We're in charge of taxation. We're in charge of appropriation. Have we become such a people that we can only be fair when we're talking about other people? I am beginning to see a pattern that we're getting, all of the cream is coming to us. And what we will not accept from Buhari, who was even fairer to us than he was to his people, we must be brave enough to say this is not the right way to go even for us. We're not going to suddenly become a parochial people who insist that all of the things in the country, Yoruba people are the... Listen, Sheol, does it not prick your soul that you are putting 10 in one place, 9 in one place, 7 in one place, 5 in one place, and you're giving the Southeast Igbos 5? And I can tell you for free, Sheol, there is no mental capacity, validation, education, authentication that you are looking for in the world that you will not find with Indi Igbos, either in Nigeria or in the diaspora. Why would you not start telling me that you can get 10 from the Northwest, you can get 9 from the Southwest, and you're telling me that you can only get 5 from them? So these are the issues. And then made worse is, you're very, very happy when it comes to telling the people you have to do taxes, you have to take more revenue, you have to push them more, they have to endure more, they have to pay more for petrol, they have to pay more for money. And guess what? It has taken you all of your 60-something days, and you have not been able to come up with a clear palliative that people can understand that works. When you wanted to make it much more irritating, you went to the extent that your Senate president is sitting down at Akpabio, laughing and gesticulating and fifing about, takes the gavel and says, they say the people that are going to be let the poor breathe. Yes, the poor should be, and starts to laugh. Is that a reflection of what our people are feeling now?
How do you summarize the about 70 days or so of President Tinubu in the saddle?
I'll first of all say, some of the people he speaks, Gbajabiamila as his, what's it called, chief of staff, hogs the media too much. That's not the role of a chief of staff. I've seen his former special advisor.
So you're thinking that, just for a moment, you're thinking that the chief of staff need not be seen and heard. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe you should read some of the books of the countries that have created chief of staff. A chief of staff is not somebody who is hogging the media, who is insisting it has to be in every picture. That's not how that role is. That role is this role that is almost like the strong man behind, who stays there and makes sure that everything that the president wants to get done, not some battle kind of thing. Look at his former special advisor on media, who is now being designated as a minister. Have you not been in this country since 1999? Where did you ever see Adesina, the guy that was there before, or even Rabati? Where did you ever see them, the Buhari or their president or the ones that were Jonathan or even with Obasanjo, they're standing to take pictures, they're the ones doing like this? Sheol, I'm a Yoruba man. These guys are really embarrassing me. I expect them to tidy up their statecraft. I expect them to get their act together. I don't expect them to create some kind of battle where everybody's just laissez-faire and all that. And when somebody did have this conversation with me before they were picked, I told him, I was telling the fellow that, look, if the president wanted my opinion, I would have given him 2 people that could have been his chief of staff who would do the job very well. And the guy asked me who. I said, do you want my opinion? I said, yes. I said, if they're not so angry with Ibikola Amosun, you can be a good chief of staff. And if they hate him so much, they can take Fashola. Those guys would have brought the kind of things you need to the table. What's they're bringing? From my House of Rep. Has he ever been an executive? Has he ever been a governor? Has he ever been a minister? Can't you see what they're doing? So if you're not ashamed for them, I am ashamed for all of us. I hope they settle down quick. And I hope we can begin to see precisely what they want to do. And I hope for whatever is good for him, he takes himself out of a potential campaign that is going to pit the West and Russia close to our border. Nobody who knows what he's doing jumps into a battle that can easily touch your own soil. And please, please, before you start telling me about ECOWAS, the last time we were in ECOMOG, Nigeria paid most of the bill and Nigerian soldiers did most of the bleeding.